Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Harrison back with another vlog. Today's video, first video, I got two videos planned for you guys today. But today's first video, I'm going to be giving y'all my top three Kanye albums of all time so far. Probably not going to change, but as you can tell from the hat, this might be one of the albums we talk about. Anyway, without further ado, don't want to waste you all's time any further. I'm going to start with my third favorite album by Kanye. It's Jesus. Isn't that kind of ironic? But in all seriousness, Jesus is one fantastic body of work. There are not any skippable tracks, to me at least, and I feel like it's one of Kanye's strongest works. It's his most experimental work, and it is by far one of the best hip hop, avant garde, Chicago drill inspired type albums. And it's very melancholic at times. It's very disheartening at times. It's very abrasive, loud. Ball on Leaves is one of my personal favorite tracks of all time. Um, just beautiful album inside and out. Uh, Not much else to say about Jesus, but it's very, very good. If you haven't listened to Jesus in a long time, or you haven't listened to Jesus ever, I will post the links to the albums down in the description below on Apple Music for you to check out. Next album, Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo is by far the most bizarre, the most eccentric Kanye album, I feel. It is one of the most difficult times as a listener to listen to, and it's also the most difficult time as a fan to follow along with the album cycle, with the constant name changes, the notepad, just everything like in between. It was just a very difficult album cycle to follow. That doesn't that does not mean I don't like this album any less or more than other albums on Kanye's list. I feel like this album is really strong, actually, from tracks like Ultralight Beam, FML, to No More Parties in LA, to Fade, to St. Pablo, to, I mean, there's numerous tracks on this album that I keep going back to. Famous, Father Stretch My Hands, Part 1 and 2, um, highlights, lowlights, feedback, Freestyle 4, you name it, I probably listen to it every single day. I probably listen to Pablo more than I listen to any other album, just because it's like got that summery type of vibe. It's it was made in February, but it's a summer type album. The second part of Famous, like it's very summery. Uh, I really enjoy this album a lot. It's very, 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 very meticulous in its delivery and its approach. I really haven't had too much gripe about this album. It's very, very great. And now, our number one album is a bit of a controversial album. Let me preface this by saying it's not controversial in the sense of Kanye fans because we appreciate its worth. I feel like it's one of the greatest albums of all time, if not the greatest album of all time. I feel like it is the if you want to put like a Mount Rushmore of hip hop albums, it's on that Mount Rushmore. It's with the Illmatics, it's with the Ready to Die, it's with the Reasonable Doubts. I feel like it is Kanye's best work, my favorite work. It's my favorite tracks on it. My favorite track of all time. Kanye is on there. Um, to me, it's Kanye expounding on his artistry the most. It's him learning from the previous four albums. But not really, because you don't know what album it is. From the previous four albums, and it's really Kanye juxtaposing his true will, his balance between fame, fortune, and family, and relationships, and just everything in between. And I think that album deserves a worthy title, and it has a worthy title, and it is the album of albums. Talk about it like that. But the Yeezus hat does not mean Yeezus is number one. Y'all know Yeezus is number three. No Pablo shirt, so Pablo is number two. Polo red on, but ain't the college dropout. My number one Kanye album, and many people's number one Kanye album, is My Beautiful Dark, get close to camera, Twisted Fantasy. The fifth album from Kanye West, released on November 22nd, 2010. The pinnacle of hip hop albums, if you want to call it that. The Universal What when they snubbed it for Album of the Year at the Grammys. The critics love it, fans adore it, haters hate it. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the album that made me realize hip hop can sound like this. Hip hop can sound grand, and it can sound robust, and it can sound industrial, it can sound. Yeezus and this album really made me realize that. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it starts off with beautiful vocals from Tiana Taylor and Bonnie Bear's frontman, Justin Vernon, and it's like, can we get much higher than this? Can we get much higher? Like, can we get much higher than where we are at on the ground level? He's trying to speak to the masses. Can we get much higher than where we are as a society? Can we get much higher as we are as economic beings and financially? Can we get much higher than that? And I don't know if we can get much higher than that. And it's basically throughout the whole album, he's balancing fame and wealth and being excessive and being robust and being grandiose and being this towering figure, being hip hop's darling, but then doing so much messed up stuff in between this album and the beginning of his career, and just trying to mold that. And then that's why Runaway is such a beautiful segue to the second part of the album. Because, quite frankly, you get dark fantasy, then you get gorgeous, then you get power, then you get all the lights. I gotta look at the track list real quick because I forgot. Oh god, oh god, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. But you get what I'm saying. You get dark fantasy, then you get power, then you get all the lights, then you get monster. That's kind of the shift. It sounds all nice and choral and all that stuff. Then you get monster, and then it's like kind of like, oh, we're shifting. This is a shift. So the first five tracks, we're kind of like at a mellow. We're kind of mellow. But then we get to track six, is monster, and then we're kind of like, oh, this is what this album could turn into. This is the dark, twisted fantasy part. It gets so appalled, which is a great posse cut, and Sci-Hi has one of the best verses of all time. Just saying. Sci-Hi really tore that track up. Then you get Devil in a New Dress, which is personally my favorite Kanye track. Devil in a New Dress. Express, and then you get Runaway at track 9. This track is so beautiful, so gorgeous, and it's all about being a douchebag, and it's all about righting your wrongs with society, with hip hop, with whatever it may be. Like, this track is for those people that, you know, hey, I messed up, you know. I know I realized I messed up, and now I gotta take the blame, and now I gotta do something grand to come back and y'all love me again. That's basically what he's saying, and it's so beautiful. Hell of a Life comes after that, which he's talking about Amber Rose, obviously. Blame Game, possibly talking about Amber Rose and her issues. Lost in the World, talking about Kim Kardashian. Who Will Survive in America? And then it ends on See Me Now. Well, at least the deluxe version does. I think the original version ends on See Me Now as well. But there's no skips. There's no skips. It's all heat. Starts off with Dark Fantasy, ends on high note with See Me Now. Uh, I love Bobby Before Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's my favorite Kanye album of all time. If you're wondering where the other albums rank, I will post it down in the description below. But anyway, leave a like on this video. Smash that like button. Can we get at least 50 likes? That's all I'm asking. 50 likes. That's all I'm asking. Nothing less, nothing more. Can you share this with your friends? Subscribe. Comment on things that you want to see out of this channel. I'm trying to get more consistent with this channel. Share it with your friends again. You know, share it with your friends. Tell them that you found your boy resetting on the interwebs, aka Harrison. You know, whatever you want to call me. Just share with your friends. Like this video up. Comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I'm done talking about Kanye. I love Kanye like Kanye loves Kanye. But that's it. I'm out.